Welcome to study session 6, the endocrine system. Introduction. Imagine your body without glands. You will be without all the ooze, sweat, mucus, chemicals and juices in your body which make your body home. What then are these glands and their functions? The ability to maintain homeostasis and respond to stimuli is largely due to hormones secreted within the body. Without hormones, you could not grow, maintain a constant temperature, produce offspring, or perform the basic actions and functions that are essential for life. In this study session, you will be introduced to various glands in the body, to include the endocrine glands and the hormones secreted by the glands. Learning outcomes. At the end of this study session, you should be able to 1. Explain what the endocrine system is. 2. Identify the various endocrine glands and their functions within the body. The endocrine system. The endocrine or ductless gland is a system in the body that is made up of a whole collection of glands. The glands of internal secretion. The endocrine or ductless glands discharge their secretions, hormones, directly into the bloodstream, which effects upon growth, behavior, and personality. These glands are different from the duct glands, such as the tear gland or salivary gland, which secrete their products on the surface of the body, but not into the bloodstream. The ductless glands may be stimulated to secrete either by receiving impulses from the central nervous system or by a hormone from another gland. What are hormones? Hormone means to excite or spur on, and that's exactly what hormones do. They cause other things to start happening. They are chemical substances produced in the ductless glands and necessary for the proper functioning of the cells. They have no duct, but the secretions enter the blood directly and pass to other parts of the body where they affect metabolism of the cells. There are over 30 of these amazing hormones busily orchestrating and regulating such things as when you sleep, how you feel, your body temperature, how you break down and utilize the food you have eaten, and whether you are fat or thin, when you start puberty and how long it takes, how you handle stress, how much adrenaline you have in an emergency situation, and even how and when you grow. Though the genes determine things like how tall you are going to be, the fact is that when and if you grow at all, as the instructions from your gene would suggest, depends on hormones, in this case growth hormones. The chief ductless glands. 1. The pituitary gland. This is responsible for normal height of a human being. If it is deficient or underdeveloped, it leaves the child short, physically and sexually underdeveloped. However, overproduction of it leads to overweight, giantism, and precocious sexual maturity. 2. Thyroid gland. This produces thyroxine, which includes iodine. The effect of its deficiency causes cretinism in children, that is, it reduces mental growth or intelligence, leads to inaction or feeble-mindedness. The child who lacks iodine is incapable of taking care of himself. Overdevelopment or hyperfunction of the thyroid glands causes increased nervous tension, accelerated pulse, loss of body weight, and increased oxygen consumption. 3. Pancreas. This produces insulin in the cells. It is arranged in groups called islets of Langerhans. It enables muscles to oxidize sugars and convert sugars into glycogen. The deficiency of insulin causes diabetes mellitus, too much sugar in the blood, whereas overproduction leads to removal of sugar from the blood. Parathyroid gland. Removal of parathyroid glands or marked deficiency in their function causes cramps and convulsions, tetany, which may result in the death of the individual. Less marked deficiency of function produces hyperexcitability, lack of agreeableness, mental depression, and other numerous disorders. 5. Adrenal gland. This produces adrenaline, which causes slow reaction in emergency, weak heart action, low blood pressure, and fatigue if it is underproduced. Similarly, an effect of its overproduction is overreaction in emergency. Girls suffering from adrenaline releasing may develop excessive facial hair, deep voice, and other masculine characteristics. 6. The gonads, testes in male and ovaries in females. The gonads work with adrenal glands to stimulate the reproductive organs to become mature. They also account for the appearance of secondary sexual characteristics. The gonads produce several hormones called sex hormones, which are 3 types: the androgens, estrogens, and progesterones. A. The androgens are responsible for promoting secondary sexual characteristics in males. B. The estrogens promote development of secondary sexual characteristics in females. C. The progesterones prepare the female body for pregnancy and birth and for nursing of the infant. The functioning of the endocrine. The endocrine system, or the ductless glands, regulate, coordinate, and control an extraordinary number of body functions. Like the nervous system that uses electricity to orchestrate all sorts of things in the body, the endocrine system does even more through the wonder of chemicals. The chemicals that the endocrine system uses to perform its functions in the body come from the glands and a few organs like the stomach, pancreas, kidneys, and so on that produce them and ooze them. The endocrine glands throughout your body makes chemicals called hormones that travel much further. Endocrine glands spill their hormones directly into your bloodstream. You are not likely to be aware that all these chemicals are traveling all around your body, but they are, and they are acting as chemical messengers. Summary of study session. In this study session, you have learned that 1. The endocrine or ductless glands is a system in the body that is made up of a whole collection of glands. 2. Hormone, which means to excite or spur on. 3. Removal of the parathyroid glands or marked deficiency in their function causes cramps and convulsions, tetany, which may result in the death of the individual. 4. The effect of its deficiency causes cretinism in children, that is, it reduces mental growth or intelligence, leads to inaction or feeble-mindedness. 5. The endocrine glands throughout your body makes chemicals called hormones that travel much further. This is the end of study session 6. Thanks for listening.